Now, another requirement for this midterm is that you have certain widgets, and widgets should appear on the right side or somewhere else on your blog. You'll see on the right side, mine are here. I've got recent posts, it's got categories, and then it's got archives. And those are just by default. That's what just popped up. Some of you, depending on your theme, may have your theme may have widgets at the bottom. But let me go ahead and go to Appearance, Widgets, and now you can see that I've got a sidebar widget area. I've got a footer. I've got 3 of them in my footer, a left, center, and right. So you can't see them right now because they're not really down there, but you can see where my sidebar widget area is. So the 3 that are required for this class are an archives widget, and it's very easy to grab one of these widgets and just drag it right into the sidebar here. You'll see it didn't really work for me because I have to have it extended. Now archives, that's just going to be an easy way for your user to look through the archives of your posts to see when you created them, what months that you did it. So I'm just going to call it archives and then go ahead and save it. Now my next one is going to be a Twitter widget. I'm going to drag that up here and call it my updates. And so then I'm just going to add my Twitter name. You can also tell it the number of tweets that you want to put on there. You can put hide the @replies if you wanted to do that. But go ahead and check those depending on the one, depending on how much information you want to share. And go ahead and press save and then refresh, and it should pop up, and you can see now I have some updates here on the right. Now, some themes require you to actually put in a Twitter widget from Twitter itself. And so what it's going to ask for is a Twitter ID, not a username. It's going to ask for a Twitter ID. So newer themes will ask you for this. You actually have to go to your Twitter account. You have to log in and then click on Developers. And then, again, that was down in the bottom. You'll see it. It's on your, below the trending tags, you'll see an option for Developers. So go ahead and click on that, and then click on Embedded Timelines, because that's what you want to put on your blog. And it's going to look very similar to this. It's going to just be a scrolling Twitter timeline. So then go ahead and click on Create Your Own Embedded Timeline, and just go, it's pretty easy to go through the process. You see I've created a few now, but just go ahead and click Create New, add your username right in there. It should be already in there. And then you can create a little widget full of your favorites or a certain list or a search topic, any of those things, but basically create some kind of a widget and then go ahead and click Create Widget. Now what it's going to ask you in WordPress is it's going to ask you for this data widget ID. You'll see it listed right here. It's this long string of numbers. And so you'll see I'll select it here. That is the number that you're going to need to actually type in on WordPress. This data widget ID, 3877 and whatever else it might be. So take that number and then put it into your widget, and then it should work. And then the third widget that I want you to add is a text widget. And all it is a very simple way to, maybe if somebody clicked on your blog for the first time, you can give them a little bit of about information. You know, whatever it may be. But the great thing about this is that you can also add in HTML. And so if I wanted to add in a link, href equals my website, click here to see my personal site. Now you don't have to add HTML if you don't want to, but I do want you to add some kind of text on the right or wherever your widget area is. So I'm going to go ahead, refresh it, and now you'll see I've got the 3. I've got my archives, I've got my updates, and then I've got about.